Walkers and Winnie today. Walkers on Winnie. We're going to be putting. Do you see that door? I also have my stun gun, but it's kind of broken, but that's fine. It kind of looks like a rocket booster.
And here we go, load number 1. Pretty light load. We just got, it's got to be 2 loads, so might as well keep them light. This is Walkers on Winnie, trip number 2. Have I loaded the boat a little bit weird? Yes, I definitely have. It is weighted way towards the back. Well, actually, so the middle is in the back because it's just a little bit of boat traffic out here making the waves. We didn't want to get the lumber too wet, so Clark's my helper, and we're bringing it back to the island. So load number 2 of the V-Group Pine, 8 inchers. These are 16 foot long, and I had to put them in a funny spot because it was a bit wakey. All the boats making wakes. So put here, I'm going to unload it with the other load, and then we'll bring it up. It's time to start seeing what the wall will look like with wallboard. So here it is before, with the center wall in place. It's time to move her to the sidewall. So, time to install the interior unit of the heat pump. Very excited. Went ahead and mounted it.
Very excited
And put all the wallboard in so we can put this on. So here we go.
Is that a cool view? Did that go past the camera? Did you see that? Did you see that ball go past? Dad? Mom, did you see that ball go past? Sound pretty high.
And there we go. Interior unit's in place. Now, gotta hook up all the rest of the plumbing pieces, as Clark is very excited with his volleyball.
So now that the interior unit is installed, we're putting in the line set. That includes the high pressure, the low pressure, the condensate, and the power. So Bennett drilled holes through the floor and he's feeding it up. Underneath is where the condenser will be located. Now it's time to pop off the caps.
And let's see here. So
It's a party.
Oh.
I'm nervous.
Very nervous. Well, after waiting a little while, the pressure finally popped off and the cap came off. So now it's time to hook up the line set. I've got my blue nylon to put on, so here we go. And also torque wrench and crescent wrench to hook it up. So here we go. Here we go, with the condenser installed into these rocks and the refrigerant lines, the line set connected up here after we connected it upstairs. It's time to hook up the vacuum pump and the manifold gauge. And here we go, we're gonna start vacuuming out those lines. All right, the vacuum ran for actually a half an hour instead of just the 15 that needed. Now we wait at least 5 minutes, make sure the pressure changes, then we'll release a little bit of refrigerant to make sure that the pressure holds. So the audio cut out here, but this was a very exciting moment because this was the first time we turned on the heat pump and actually felt some cool air come out. I will just note that omitted here was that one of the connections, the flare, was actually bad and leaked a little bit, so I had to re-flare one of the connections. But once that was done, we hooked everything up and the pressure test was good. So here we are, just pressing the buttons, learning about the machine, and there you can go. You can see it, 76 pops on. I'll put my hand up to check to feel the cool air, which takes about 15 to 30 seconds to start coming out. Once it's coming out, it really gets quite cold for an 18,000 BTU unit. So very happy with the use of this, and it has been quite a game changer for us because it cuts that humidity quite well and gives us some nice cooling inside. Here's Allison checking for level and then nailing in. On to the next piece. After a cool day in, we were able to install 2 of the walls in our bedroom.
So here we are, a lot of progress on the wall board over here and over here. As usual, just take some time with planning to make sure our receptacles are in places that make sense, our switches are where we want them to be finally placed, and that we are centering up things for lights. So good progress for a busy day with the boys.